I see you. I see the late nights you've spent perfecting your resume. I see the disappointment when another application disappears into the void. I see the self-doubt creeping in, making you question your worth and your qualifications. And I want you to know that every single feeling you're experiencing is valid and shared by millions of talented professionals just like you. The job market can feel impersonal and discouraging, but your career story deserves to be told in a way that captures attention and opens doors. That's exactly what Resume Flow does. We take your unique experiences, skills, and aspirations, looking for any job. You're looking for the right opportunity that recognizes your value and propels your career forward.
Spartans! What is your profession?
I try to live what they let go, away to dreams they'll never know. But a drowning soul can't save the tide, and now I see I must step aside.
I fought till my hands turned to stone, carrying battles that weren't my own. They swore they'd stand but turned away, left me to bleed in the fray.
I held the line as long as I could, fought for the spark they misunderstood. They whispered dreams they'd never choose, said they were in but lived to lose. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout.
I wanted to see your colors fly, but you clipped your wings and let them die. You craved the fall, not the fight to win, a war within that you let begin.
I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. I saw the fire dim in their eyes, promises buried under their lies. They wore the crown of fleeting belief.
I tried to carry your weight on my back, but your shadow was a heavy attack. You disappeared when the fire burned high, left me screaming at an empty sky.
I wanted the victory more than they, but you can't chase stars for those who stray. So I lay down the sword and walk away. The battle's lost, they chose decay. I can't fight for you no more, knocking on a locked up door. You said you were in but faded out, your silence echoes a deafening shout. Oh, they vanished like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reach my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Oh, they vanish like shadows in the light, fading away when it's time to fight. I reached my hand, they let it fall. I can't catch ghosts, I've given it all.
Did you miss me?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone doing tonight? I'm Tekotroff. We are Engineer to Win. We have a fascinating show planned tonight. So many great topics, so much good work that we're going to do. We are going to continue with our mobile app testing. Last week we did some unit tests, we did some widget tests, we started on some integration tests, and it was just for one part of the app. We have so much more to go to. So we're going to try to finish the integration test tonight. and then and we're gonna see if we can get to the integration test for the timer, and then we're gonna see if we can start adding some more tests for the rest of the application, because it is not. It's not good to not have your app fully tested, so we want to add all of those. So that's part of the game plan. We have some great topics to cover in the breaks, and I also have a special. I'm gonna save it, but I have a special one because somebody had me working until 3 o'clock in the morning last night. Yep, they sure did. They sure did. So we're gonna talk about that as well. But before we do anything, let me take care of some housekeeping real quick. First and very, very foremost, I want to thank everybody, those who are brand new to the channel and those who have been with me for a very, very long time. Now crooked. I don't like crooked hats. Sorry, my OCD is popping out, right? But those who have been with me for a very, very long time and those who are brand new to the channel, thank you so very much for allowing me to add just a little bit more value into your life. Hopefully I can help you navigate this tech space, this mindset space, all of that good stuff so that you can be successful in whatever it is that you do. I just got to let you know, for however long you spend, even if it's a second, and we're going to be working on the time cost calculator tonight, it will even show you that a second of your time is valuable. So you don't want to waste it. So by you being here with me, I know that you're allowing me to add just a little bit more value into your life. So I just want to tell you that I truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And shout out to my Patreon members, my tech barbarians, my technical explorers, everybody, those who joined me for my vibe code and chills, those who joined me for Scrum Night. The amount of work that we do is so amazing. And here's the funny thing. I just hit me today as I was scheduling so people can play back the vibe code and chill from last weekend. I was like, oh, I have a note taker. I have a note taker app, and I can use that to put in as part of the description of the video, so that people can have an idea, timestamps and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, let me do that. So just continuing to find ways to add more and more value, so that we can collaborate, we can win, we can share ideas. This past weekend, Junior gave me some amazing ideas on the apps that we've been working on. So I just, we work so hard to grow, to be better. And that's why I know, I don't believe it, I know it. We are the very, very best.
We the best.
We are the best. We are the best. And shout out to those YouTube channel members, my tech mercenaries, who allow this content to penetrate across the globe. People from all over the world, they leave me comments in different languages, and I'm able to address them. And we have a grand old time just trying to get this tech message out, to know that hard work, smart work, tech work leads to a lot of success. All right. So let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. Quick announcements. Tomorrow, noon Eastern time, to capture great sound, where it like you can bring it. My guy Junior for helping me troubleshoot through and getting the sound right, but how to get all your sounds on your live streams, but while you're recording the live streams, also how to separate the audio channels so that it can make your editing experience much more pleasant, much more easier to do. So we're going to be premiering that tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. I will be in the chat to answer any question that you may have and strategize from there. I also, which I'm going to be talking about before our first break, I already got a video idea for next week, because that's part of why I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night. It happens, but it was well worth it. But we are going to be working on I'm still debating if I'm gonna be going back to the lower third on Thursday, or if I'm gonna, I think I might go into open lovable on Thursday, so we can start to explore that, and maybe we'll do the same app that we tried to like that we were working on with anything to try to do the lower thirds to see with an open source platform with our bring your own API keys, setting it up, see what we can start doing with that. We might not even get to the lower chords this coming Thursday. So that's what I have in mind right now. It is subject to change, but that's the plan. That is the game plan. All right. So that is everything we have coming up in the next couple of days. And Thursday, I will tell you what we're gonna do for the weekend and all of that good stuff. All right, that is all of the announcements. Before I get to the icebreaker, you know what? Should I do the icebreaker first? Let me do the icebreaker first because we might get some good comments from the icebreaker. So I'm gonna jump to the icebreaker. Then I'm gonna check the chat. I see some frenemies, or at least one frenemy in the chat. It is what it is. All right. So let's jump into the icebreaker and then I'm gonna check the chat. Right. So let's go to here. Don't run from chaos. Embrace it and set order. It wakes me up. Now, not toxicity, that is totally different, but I love chaos. I love when things are a mess and disorderly and you have to put it, most of my science projects as a kid were going to the hobby shop and getting some type of kit to put together. I used to have those little cars where you would put them together, all the parts inside, and then you would paint them and everything like that. That was one of my favorite pastimes as a child. All right. So I love when things are disarranged and I get to set order, and then always, engineering, always looking for a solution to a problem that you've come across, and then you fix it and you keep moving, and life is about solving problems. And who gets paid the big bucks? The people who solve the most and intricate really. Hold on. All right. Let me see. Give me a second. It was all good. Just see. Give me a second. Sure, get this out. Oh, that shit's going up and down. All right. So, like I was saying, life is about solving problems, and who gets paid the big bucks? Those who solve the most problems. That somebody's able to solve it, this small thing, make a lot of money. Amazon figured out how to get your products for cheaper and faster, to the point of sometimes you can even order in the morning and you get it, like you might order at 7 a.m. and you get it between 10 and 3, or 2 and 6, or you order at 10 p.m. and they say, oh, we can get it there to you between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. It's about solving problems, right? So me, I don't run from chaos. I actually embrace it. I run towards it and I'm saying, okay, how can I be a solution? How can I provide a solution to the chaos and the dysfunction that we are experiencing? So right now, one at work. So you guys know that I do QA. And somebody on my team, the other person who does QA, they're currently out right now. And so I'm like covering for them for about 3 to 4 weeks, right? And I feel so it's like they work on their team, I work on my team, and I'm covering for them on their team, and I'm also taking care of my team. And I feel a sense of awakeness and navigate, still supporting my team and being present and available for my co, but I'm able to understand and to grasp it and like, all right, let's do this, let's do that. So I'm putting things in order here, putting things in order there, so that we can continue to function, continue to thrive. And if you are looking to be in the tech space and you're looking for an easy life, an easy career, then this is not it for you, because tech is very chaotic. I'm covering for someone. I'm on call this week, and trying to, and I'm still here. I'm on call, so I have my phone here. It's not on silent. Might get a call. Who knows? I might have to all right, we gotta go. So you never know, and you have to be ready. You have to be present at any. at any given moment, they might give my guy Rod Brown a big project lined up for in this tech space. It's busy. It's people are looking for new features. Your competitors are trying to take you out of the game. You're trying to take your competitors out of the game. So you have to be prepared. You have to adjust for it. And for me, I'm like, and it's really like most of the jobs that I've gotten after my first, like I don't want to say my first, but like after a company that I was at for 7 years, and the crazy things that we had to do, I was supporting people on weekends. There was this lawsuit that I had to help the company deal with, where there was one day that I was up like 24 48 hours or whatever, and it's like just so many different things. So like now I'm like, this is nothing. Like, so for me, I'm like, I do not run from the chaos. I embrace it. I look to say, okay, how can we put processes in place to fix this chaotic situation so that we can have a smooth running machine. It doesn't bother me. I love it. Get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So those are my thoughts. Those are my opening thoughts, my icebreaker. Like I said, do not run from the chaos. Run towards it, embrace it, make a name for yourself. Show them that you have the strength, the mindset, the capability of setting order, of navigating through good times. So that's my thoughts. Let me go to the chat. Let me go. Good. Hold on. The chat, and Shrouf is late, shaking my head. Sorry, Red Brown. Sorry. You guys will find out. And this is your fault. This is all your fault, Rod Brown. And shout out to my guy Junior. I don't have the message to show because he gets here early before I can even get him on the to get him on the screen. But my guy Rod Brown says, "What's up? What's up? What's up, family? What's good with you, Junior?" Let me see. Junior says, "Is that a new sound effect?" You know what? It's not new. I added it a while ago, but I never remember to play it. That is from The Mask. That is from The Mask. If you guys have seen The Mask. The Mask is one of my favorite movies of all time. I must say. Let me see. Hey. I'm not sure you keep this one up. Right. Let's see. Anyways, so let me see anything else we got in the chat. Robert says, "Not sure if it's my connection, but the frames are low." Yeah, I see it's going in and out. It looks like it's good right now. I don't know. I see my upload speed could be better. My download speed is really, really good, but my upload speed is kind of iffy. Right now it says that it's good, but so hopefully it picks back up. If not, you know, we will make lemon out of lemonades. All right. Let's see, what is it? Interesting. I'm gonna stop this. I had a mobile going at the same time as a. I had a mobile going at the same time. It looks like it's good now. I don't know. I have a mobile going at a vertical stream going at the same time as this stream. So just trying new things out. We shall see. Let's see. Junior says that it looks like it's glitching. It says it usually picks up after a while. You know, the struggle bus. Robert says, "I used to get Gundam kits from the hobby store and build them. The painting part was annoying. It was annoying. I am not a painter at all. All right. We are going to get started with our show. We're gonna do. Oh, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Right. I think it was Sunday when we were doing the should you speak first in meetings, right? And I was supposed to do the quiz, but I forgot to do the quiz. Yep. So we are going to do the quiz together. So let's go. Before we even get into any work, I'm going to go through the quiz with you guys, and then we'll do our first segment of work, and then we will go from there. So let's go to here. and not have that up on the screen. Where do I get that up? This is, let's go here. All right, cool. So let's go through this quiz real quick. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because I really wanted to know what type of team player that I am. But I'm not entirely sure, so I wanted to do this with you guys. So let's get started with this. Let's do this real quick before we get into our first topic. So choose from the statement that best describes you. I get a thrill from completing a task perfectly, even if no one else notices. I like to be seen as an expert, or I like this one actually. Choose the statement that best describes you. I enjoy working in teams. I get bored. I mean, I love working alone, but I also do love working in teams. I don't really get bored easily because I have so much to do. Whether it's like streaming with you guys, whether it's working on the team, whether it's writing my own stuff using AI. Choose a statement that best describes you. I am motivated by a strong desire to succeed in every task I take on. It's important to me to like the people. Nah, I think so. I will tell you this, right? I will tell you this. The very, very last thing that is important to me is to like the people that I work with. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy and I do like the people that I work with, but that is the least important thing to me. I'm definitely motivated by a strong desire to succeed in every task that I take on. You guys know. That's one of my theme songs right there. That is one of my theme songs. You know, I wonder if let me check my CPU. No, it's actually pretty low. Memory, CPU, everything is pretty low. Yes, is using a lot. No, my CPU is low. All right, I was just checking on the system to see how my Stream Deck is using quite a bit. Probably reopen the Stream Deck. All right, whatever. Well, let's roll with it. All right, so choose a statement that best describes you. I want to know that my job will still be here for me down the line. I try to choose jobs to give me a. This is a tough one. I would like for my job to know that my job will be there down the line. But I also do like jobs that give me that thrill, though. Could always get another job if you need to, right? I'm gonna go with this one. Choose a statement that best describes you. I needed to see a pathway to advancement. I enjoy being around. Oh, there's a. I guess I'll go. Both of them is kind of. That's when I know. These are two bad options for me. I guess I'll go with this one. Choose a statement that best describes you. I like being tested or evaluated. I like being able to plan what I'm doing in my job for the next few weeks. Now I'll go with being tested and evaluated. Choose a statement that best describes you. Like I definitely love to do that one. Choose a statement that best describes you. When I find work enjoyable, it is because I'm around people I like. I am happy when I know my job is secure. These are two bad options for me. That the private sector is never secure, right? So I'll go with this one, I guess. Choose a statement that best describes you. I want the work I do to be above and beyond what is asked for of me. I like the adrenaline rush that comes from doing new things and being on the cutting edge. I do like to do the work that's above and beyond what is asked of me, but which of these best describes your current position? I'm an individual contributor for the most part. Okay, submit. And your team style is an achiever, set to be scheduled. I already made the clip for it, but I thought it was gonna be like a stabilizer. Let me see, what is achiever? As a member of a team is someone who exhibits a relentless drive towards accomplishing tasks with precision and excellence. Immersing themselves in the detail of the work, they aim to produce results that are not just complete, but also meticulously executed and free from errors. This often entails a combination of resourceful problem solving and focused execution. The achiever possesses a strong work ethic and tends to be self motivated. Their pursuit for perfection is not merely an external recognition, but stems from an intrinsic desire for self improvement and the satisfaction derived from a culture that values quality and attention to detail. When working on projects that require thorough analysis, creative problem solving, and precision, the achiever's strengths and additionally can also serve as motivation for other team members, setting a benchmark for quality. Frequent changes without clear rationale or a lack of focus or on quality prevail. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Also find it frustrating in teams where there is no clear direction or purpose as they thrive on measurable objectives. I'll agree that that's additionally in scenarios where collaboration necessitates compromise, the achiever may have difficulty letting go of their high personal standards and could experience stress if they feel that they are unable to meet their own expectations. Furthermore, in extremes, their intense focus on details could possibly cause them to lose sight of the bigger picture or to be perceived as overly critical by peers. What do you guys think? I am not. I repeat, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. But with that being said, I'm gonna check the chat real quick and then we shall get to work again. Or for the first time. Not that. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me get us the right stuff for today. Tuesday. Tuesday. All right, this is slot number 7. Okay, so we're going to be working on our Flutter test, on our unit tests, our widget test, and our integration test. So I'm going to put up 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to do.
And we're gonna go over to this screen, and we're just gonna try to run a test real quick, and we will see what happens, and then we'll start like troubleshooting the way that we normally do. But we've been working on this for the past couple of weeks now. What we at first did was we tried to have AI write our unit test for us and our widget test, and it was a total disaster. It cost us a lot of money, and it did a very poor job. So now we're going back and forth. All right. Let's go to here. We are gonna say, so I'm gonna run real quick. Our integration test. Yep, integration test. Let's run that. Start Pixel 8. Oops. So I'm starting up a Pixel 8 emulator, and that way we can tell it to run our unit test on there. So we are going to say Pixel 8, and we will do test and focus timer. Okay, so let's try this one. So this is going to set the baseline for us to see what it is that we are, like what's going on with our app, and then we can start to troubleshoot and configure them, all of that good stuff. And this is for the time cost calculator that we're working on. It says, all right, am I running the right test? Yeah, test and focus timer. All right, so let's see. So it's actually opening up the app, and we are getting in our test an error saying that the following assertion the following was thrown running a test, found 0 widgets with text start. All right, so what I'm gonna do to kick us off, I'm going to copy this over here. Let's go to, all right. And we are going to Gemini. And I think I still have my last one open, or not open, but I still have in the history. All right, so let's go to the one that we were working on before. And I am going to say, I'm trying to run an integration test for the app, and I am getting this error. This is the content of the test file. I'm copying that into here. So now it's going to look at it. It's going to say, all right, this is what's wrong, or should tell us this is what's wrong with it. And here's how to fix it. And now we're going to start fixing it, get our test working, that we can wrap that one up, and then we can commit that and go to the next one. It's weird that. All right. So here's happening because your test is looking for the start button on the wrong screen. Why this happens, the app.main, this line boots from your entire application. Await tester, pump and settle. Okay. The fix, you need to add a step to simulate the user tapping on the focus timer icon in the bottom of the navigation bar. Car with add these two lines. All right, so we need to add this right here above the fine text start. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. And all right, so if we go here, and wait, we had it here before. Why did we comment it out? Assuming this app starts on the main screen. For now, let's assume the focus timer is on the home screen. So okay, so they had it before, but then they removed it. But let's run that again then. Let's see what we get. So because I see the code there, but for some reason it's commented out. All right, now we're getting a different error. Error resuming isolate must be paused. And it can't find the icon data. Maybe it's like going too fast. So let's copy this error now. And let's go back to Gemini. And you know what? I have a really cool idea. My son always says, I have a cool idea. I have a cool idea, actually. I'm gonna have to next time whenever I need both screens, I'm gonna come up with a way to show both screens and there's still like be a decent size. That's gonna be pretty interesting how to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and say I'm getting this error now. Error, a logical flow error. Your app is working perfectly, but your test isn't accounting for the first time user setup. Ah, so we're gonna need like an if statement. Says await tester at these steps. The income setup is now visible. How does this know so much about my app? But what if like it doesn't get to that screen? Let's try that. Let's add those steps and run. So, but then your upload speed is like blah. All right, let's see if anything else happens with this. And this one. Why are you getting stuck? Why are you getting stuck over here? The app isn't loading all the way. Income setup screen is now visible. All right, so it looks like, go back over here. It looks like the app is getting stuck at the app intro screen image. Do we have to pump and settle to get to the first screen? Maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed a step. Oh, I think I did. Maybe I put it too high. Wait, no, there goes app. Find icon. Further down. Add icon. So straight to there. So I don't, You just need to find the real text on your save. What? Okay, so you're absolutely right to be suspicious of the pump and set income setup screen. Which, no, it's not the income setup screen. It is it's stuck there. The test is now patiently waiting for the income setup screen. Await tester tap. It's not. It's been a while. I don't know. It's not going anywhere. Let me stop it and try to run it again. Let's try it again because it didn't go anywhere. Oh, they feel like they're calling me crazy. Okay, so now we went somewhere. Bad state, no element. It happened so fast. I didn't see what happened. Let me see. Let's see. Make this a little bigger. Oh, okay. I see what happened. So it got a. All right. So let me copy this now. Oh, wait, over here. So it actually got to. Let me run it again so you can see it. But it got the screen where it's trying to get permissions to do something. Not sure what those permissions were actually because it's kind of small for me. It's trying to get access to some type of permissions to the phone. All right, so let's go into go screen, and it was trying to get permissions from the phone, which we are not taking into account for the script for the test. Can here is the most recent failures that it's asking us to do. All right, let's see what we get out of that. All right, that means you're now running your test on a mobile emulator, which is correct. We've run into the next logical problem, native OS pop-ups. The bad state is happening because your test is trying to find the text field and your income setup screen, buddy. Dart. I'm running a test, don't show any pop-ups. Okay. So, in your main function, replace this block, the permissions phone request block, with this block. All right, so let me find this right here in the code. You go over here. and that in the main.dart. And they want us to replace it with that. And now it says modify your add widget will also fail. All right, so we got to modify the add widget. So let's look for this over here and replace this replace this wait, no, what? Hold on. Replace somewhere. Okay, so we have this, and we want to replace it with oh, okay. So we want to replace it with, so okay, that whole section is going to be replaced with this over here. So this whole thing replaced with that. What did they change? Oh, so they're adding the is testing there. Okay, is testing. Okay, gotcha. All right. And then run the test with the new flag. Dash dart defined is testing true. So basically what they're telling us to do is add in this right here, this parameter. Take care, Junior. I will see you later or tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow at noon, we have the OBS video. To edit. And we want to pass this argument, I suppose. One. All right, so now we're passing the is testing true parameter, so we can try to, let's see what happens. Is it getting stuck again? All right, let me try run it again. It's getting stuck again. Okay. We getting there. We are getting there. Let's see. Isolate was pause. All right, so we're getting closer. We got past that. So now, let's go to that fixed the permissions. Now we are getting this error. And I'm telling you, like this way that I do it, like going back and forth between the code and with Gemini, it has taught me so much over the past few months, like so much. So this is great. We're on the right screen. But the button now it's failing on save because there's no widget with icon. Let's see what the text says. What does it say on that first screen? It says the main.dart.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Okay. All right. So when we get back from break, and then we will add that to it, and then we'll go from there. So that's the game plan once we get back from break. All right. Let me check the chat really quick, and then we will jump over to our first break. Let me see. All right, so we got Snow Bunny Bag Chaser in the building. What's up, Snow Bunny? So happy to have you here. I saw your video yesterday and it was awesome. and my guy Junior has three. The first topic signs a 38 billion AWS who just had the major outage a couple of weeks ago. OpenAI just signed a $38 billion deal. So we're gonna jump into this video with them, right? So let's go to here. Whoa! Stop the show! Stop the show! All right, you know what? Before I have to get this off my chest. I have to get this off my chest. Yes. All right. So I told you guys about how I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Bruh.
Well, I will have you know that it was for no other reason than my good frenemy, Rod Brown. Yes, Rod Brown. My friend, Rod Brown is a gift and a curse. But he inspired me to win. Shout out to my guy Rod Brown. And he is going to be the reason and inspiration behind the next video that I am going to make. And then you would have seen a bunch of, and it's probably happening to a bunch of different content creators because I've seen this around the internet, right? But when people try to go, I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you an example. So when people try to use the YouTube embed directly to play a YouTube video, they are getting a error error 153, right? Because YouTube updated the way that they allow embedded videos to play. So let me give you an example. I will give you an example. So if we go over to back to here, and I'm gonna hide this for a second, right? So let's say we go to my browser screen and I'm gonna find me a YouTube video. Let's go to find me a video real quick. Oh, look at that. Let's go with, I don't know. Take this one. So let's see this Virginia race.
To the 7 p.m.
in
close.
here, right? The Virginia race thing. But if we go to this URL right here, where we go to embed, and we take this right here, right? And we put this in the browser. For a lot of people, we're getting this. You see, we're getting this. Watch video on YouTube error 153, video player configuration error, right? A lot of people are getting that error. I got it using the last software, and then I started getting it in here. And then I say, oh, you know what? Even if you go directly to the in the browser, and this just started happening maybe about a month ago, right? Maybe about a month ago. So we were looking into how to fix it. I had some ideas. I tried some stuff out. It was kind of flaky. And last night, I kid you not, my guy Rod Brown, he said, and I'm gonna tell you the time he sent me the message, right? He sent me this message because he could have done this at any time, but he waited till, let me tell you what time he waited till to send me this. It had to be, let me see. Sent it at 11:52. He sent it to me at 11:52 p.m. last night. And I was like, what? There's a fix for this? So then I'm like, you know what? Let me try this out. And I went down a rabbit hole because I said, you know what? I'm using OBS. What if I can make an OBS plugin for this? And one thing led to another, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is here, and now how about I make it dockable, and a browser source, and I'm gonna show you everything that I did, and I'm going to make this it's a Python script. I'm gonna make this available to you once I make the video, once I release it next week. Inside the video is gonna be on YouTube. The video is going to be on YouTube. You'll be able to download the script for free from the techotroph.dev, right? That's going to be next week. So then I got to, and then it's like oh, how about this? How about this? Oh, this is working. Going back call. And I got to work in the morning.
How dare you?
But now, because, and I did so, I got this whole thing working, right? So now when I go over to here and we go over to here, boom. So now I have, and I even found a way that I can have controls of it without having to do some extra stuff that if you use OBS, you have to interact. I have a way to interact with it that I'm going to show you all of that good stuff, right? But with that being said, shout out to my guy, Rod Brown, a gift. If I am the thorn in Rod Brown's side, then he is a gift and a curse to me, because you know what? I think he did it on purpose. I think he did it on purpose. Waiting till 11:52 p.m. to say, hey, I found this cool thing, knowing my personality, like, oh, and I went on a treasure hunt, but I struck gold. It's true. All right, but now we're gonna jump into this topic of OpenAI striking a deal with. Let me see where let's go like this. With AWS, Amazon Web Services. All right, so we are going to play the video.
Let us start, though, with Amazon. It is signing a $38 billion deal with OpenAI to help.
Forgot I can't hear it yet. Give me a second. Let's see. We are gonna do monitor and output. All right, cool. Let me start that over.
Let us start, though, with Amazon. It is signing a $38 billion deal with OpenAI to help run cloud computing. It is the first deal between OpenAI and Amazon, and it's even more interesting because OpenAI, remember, is partly owned by Microsoft, which is a big Amazon competitor on the cloud side of the business. Bottom line.
That is crazy already. They, like, I didn't even put two and two together. Amazon is a competitor. AWS is a competitor to Microsoft Azure. And now OpenAI is signing a deal with AWS. Where did they do that at? $38 billion at that.
With all these deals, it's getting pretty cloudy on who is doing what. So let's open up the clouds a bit, try to shine a little light in.
Was that a dad joke?
Mackenzie Sagalos in San Francisco to lay out exactly what's going on here. Mac.
Hey, Brian. So what we're seeing is pretty notable for OpenAI. They haven't had this flexibility to sign whomever they wanted in the cloud wars. They're now, for the first time, teaming up with Amazon. And you said it, Amazon is not only a big rival to Microsoft Azure cloud services, it also actually is a big investor in OpenAI rival Anthropic. They've invested $8 billion into them. But this really shows just how much Amazon needs notable customers like OpenAI in order to build up its AWS strategy. It really needs to bring all those AI customers in-house. So even though it's not invested in OpenAI, they want them using their cloud services.
All right, talk to us about this Amazon, OpenAI, but Microsoft thing, because what it feels...
It sounds like a swingers club. It sounds like a swingers club now at this point. Amazon, Anthropic, OpenAI, Microsoft. They have Gemini. What are they? What are they? Chopped liver? Like, what about us? What about us?
Out of it, the deal is with Amazon, but it's partly owned by Microsoft. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I mean, part of it, a nice way to think about it is these proxy wars being waged by the tech giants through these AI startups. So you've got Microsoft that's invested $13 billion into OpenAI, a return, by the way, that's 10x'd as of that deal that they renegotiated last week. And then you've got Amazon invested into Anthropic. And both of those companies, notably Microsoft and Amazon, like their AI strategy is really being the cloud backbone to these players. A lot of the compute that they're providing is how they're capitalizing on an AI strategy, but that is different to having an in-house LLM that is competitive like that Anthropic, like that OpenAI. So they're kind of betting on those players to fill in that piece of the strategy.
That's actually pretty smart. That's actually because it's like, you know what? We're not going to even bother jumping into this AI large language model development race. We are going to be providing the infrastructure. We're going to provide the infrastructure so that OpenAI, Anthropic, whoever else there is out there. I mean, because if you think about it, right? Companies that use OpenAI and Anthropic, they also need a place to run their projects. So like Runware that I use, they need to host and run their large language models somewhere. Whatever apps people are building, they're either running on off hosting, because if you remember from Sunday, they're calling for, like in I think it was NVIDIA, they're calling for 100,000 gigawatts a year of energy production, right? So I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, let us do the infrastructure. You guys continue making the large language models. Let us provide the infrastructure. It's a smart move. It's a smart move
for them. But to your larger point here, now we're seeing this cross-pollination where you've got Microsoft, it's Amazon, and that's because there is this voracious appetite for compute. So OpenAI needs to diversify who it's working with. And on the flip side, Amazon, because it isn't trying to get its own chatbot out there, they need to get more AI customers on their cloud.
So it's not who's dating whom, it's everybody's dating everybody, yes, so that the entire commune, for lack of a better term, can win.
But you know who is exclusive? OpenAI only appears to be working with NVIDIA GPUs right now because they signed with Google Cloud in July, and they did not want to use their in-house TPUs, so they're using NVIDIA there. This Amazon deal, at least for now, it is not using its in-house Trainium chips. It's using all NVIDIA. Now, I have, it's my understanding with people who are close to this deal that they are willing to, potentially work in the AMD chips that they signed a deal for. So maybe the new capacity that's being brought online, because AWS, Brian, is building out new data centers specifically for OpenAI, just like they did for Anthropic, doing it for OpenAI. Yeah. And so they might be able to port some of those chips both from their NVIDIA deal, from their AMD deal.
Just say the word Tesla.
Tesla.
Good. We got all the Mag 7 in one story.
Nailed it.
That's it. We got all the, well, we didn't say Netflix. We'll get that in the next story in just 1 second with Laura Martin. Mackenzie Sigalos, making sense of it all, Mac. Thank you very much.
There you have it. So it is becoming kind of like the wild, wild west out there. You have all these different, and they're making these major deals. So what is the takeaway from this? What is the takeaway? Look where the heavy hitters are investing their money. You see OpenAI signing a $38 billion deal with AWS. They're going all in OpenAI, but that means that companies are heavily investing in using these platforms, these large language models, all of that good stuff. So you need to focus your study, focus your learning on expanding your AI knowledge and reach so that you can be marketable in that field. Look at what these CEOs are talking about. Look at what these companies are investing in. And so now in my mind, all right, well, we need to get more familiar with the cloud. We need to get more familiar with AI. We need to get more familiar with what companies are doing with AI and how we can provide value. How can we restore order to the chaos that AI is bringing upon us? And what companies are looking to do, they are looking for people who know how to handle chaos, because whenever a new technology is dropped upon us, it becomes chaos. So look at where the money's going. Look at where the money is going. All right. Let me check the chat really quick, and then we'll get back to our next segment of work. Rebron says that I just gave you a temporary solution that worked for me. I didn't tell you to stay up and build something new. That is all. You don't want the script. You don't want the plugin. You don't want the connect. You don't want the plug. If you don't want it, just let me know it. I'll take my talents to South Beach. So is that what you're saying? You don't want it? And I'll tell you this too. I'll tell you this. I was looking to do it a different way. And they said, you know what? You would need a little bit more time and work to do this with C++. You know what? We're gonna explore that later on. We're gonna explore that later on. Robert says that I was up editing. Saying you did not have to send it to me at 11:52 p.m. I'm just saying. However, I am glad that you did, because I like the way you like it was so much easier to navigate this tonight. To say, oh, all right, just I have this little control screen that I was like, all right, just boom, I can control my play and my stop. I have to find out the shortcut to speed it up. But I was able to do that all through this little screen and not have to go and interact and all that type of stuff. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Snow Bunny says, wow, yes, wow. Let's see. Snow Bunny says, genius. My father always said infrastructure is where it's at. Without infrastructure, you have nothing. Your father is a very smart man. All right. But yeah, it makes sense, because now you focus on being the foundation, being the plug. You have them run. It's like AWS is the landlord, and they say, yeah, we have vacancy here. Oh, you need us to scale up? We'll scale up. We already have the infrastructure. So they're the connect. They are the connect. All right. So we are going to get to another segment of work. Let's go and drop a 20 minutes on the clock.
Let's go!
And we are going to go back to here. What happened to you? What happened to you? Hold on. What happened to it? Where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh, that's why. I went to the wrong screen. All right, there we go. All right, so we are looking at, I think we need to start up the app to see what is, so I'm going to start up the app to see what exactly the app. I need to see the button that, I need to see the text of the button so that we can. Local variable service worker version is deprecated. Never seen that before. What? What in the world is going on over here? All right, stop that. Did not ask for a Chrome. I asked for a Pixel 8. Let's try that again. Let's see. What are you doing? Why does it keep defaulting to Chrome? Pixel 8. Running over here. There we go. All right. So let's say we say allow. So it's get started. So the button that we're looking for is get started. All right, let's stop that. And let's go over to, I'm going to pop this out this again. Let's go to here. All right, we'll leave this, make this a little smaller like that. And this one will be like that. Pixel 8. The first step. Actually, I don't even think. I don't think it's that one. I think it is going. Well, no, it should be down because it said start. Probably this one. The right test. This and that. Go to here. This anyway. Let me run this out of here. This out to clean up our code a little bit. Ooh, look at that! A pop up. I will copy this. And we're gonna go to Gemini, and I am going. Let me move this off the screen. So we're gonna say we are going to say that I got this error now. There was a pop-up that was asking for, or it was like that was a dialog box asking if we the code from the focus timer screen. This is the code from the focus timer screen dart. So basically by putting the code in there, it's going to compare the test results with what the code is doing to tell us, okay, that's because of this particular pop-up or dialog box. This is what you need to make the adjustments for. Because then we'll be able to update the code. All right, it says your test successfully gets to the focus timer, tap start. The timer service runs the method, waits 5 seconds, tap stop. The timer service stops. Inside the stop, the Flutter background disable background execution is called. The line throws the error. Flutter background plugin must be initialized before calling. This is because the start timer, which is supposed to call Flutter background initialize, is also a native call. Just like with mobile ads and permission handler, we need to tell your app not to run Flutter background code when in test mode. We can use the same is testing flag we created earlier. The fixed timer service check is flag testing. Open the timer service.dart and make these 2 changes. All right, so we're gonna go and make those changes up. I can't wait to set up the screen that we can share both things that we're doing. We do like half and half. Should I do it now? Should I do it now? All right, give me a second. Let me get my OBS screen. It's gonna be a blank screen. Let me see. Let me see something. Let me see if I do duplicate. And we call, if I were to go to, let's see if I go to do that. Let me see if I go to my right screen, left screen. All right, so it still looks good there. Let's go back over here. We will do it live. All right, we're gonna do it live because I am being bothered by this right here. So let's go and take this one, and we're gonna go to here, and we are gonna move me up, and we are going to, no, not that one. We are going to, no, not that one. I want to do it on this one. And we're going to go here. Let's go like that. And then we can bigger. And then we can go to, if we go to group and we say add existing. Right share. And we say like that. So we do that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And we can, so this is 65, 60. Ooh. Go this way. And we can say, boom. Look at that. Look at that. We got both. We got both of them on the screen. Let's go. Let's get it. I could probably, and I can still play with that. I can like probably stack them on top of each other and make me so many opportunities. So we'll try it like this for now. We shall try it like this for now, and I will see what other options that we have to make it even better. But that's what we got. That's what we got. Good enough for now. Good enough for now. So now we got both on the screen, right? So we need to do, let's see, service timer. This over here is running, and they say to, let me log these in. They say to change that to future, like that. Okay, so we're gonna take this one right, wrap Flutter background. So this one right here, basically just this one. So we're just copying, oops, this little tidbit. Oh, no, just this one right here. So we just need this one actually. So we're gonna copy that to say that. All right, we got that. Let me see if there's any other place we need to do it. Update stop timer to wrap the Flutter. So change that, this one right here, to this one right here. So now we can go back to our left screen. Oh, what happened to me? Why'd I get smaller? What did I do? Oh, I know why. Oh, shoot. All right, so we're not gonna be able to crop that out. I will fix that. Let me go and mm, mm. 185. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. Whatever. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. So, okay, so we are going to run this again. Let's see what we get this time. I think we should get some better results now. Why does this look like it's shorter than the other one? That's right. All right. Oh, look at that. It passed. It passed. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So that means that, so now I'm going to run all of our tests again because that means that everything is passing now. Let's go to the widget tests. Okay. Oh no, I think I had to. Oh, okay. No, this is good. This one is good. I need to go to the tests, these tests. Let's run our widget test again to see what happens. Or maybe not. That's not the one I want to run. I want to run these widget tests again. Make sure these pass. All right, our widget tests are passing. Let's run our unit test again. Our unit tests are passing. Let's run our timer test. We have liftoff. I love to see green check marks in place. And I credit it to us being able to have this screen right here. Boom, look at that. That is so cool. Let's go over to, all right, so let me go ahead and check that out. Let's gonna go to get status and we're gonna say get branch. And we are going to say get them features for what do you call it? Features for adding the Pomodoro timer to the application. Push. All right, good push. I don't know. I'll push it. Let's push it. Let's do the upstream. Let's go here. Boom. Pushed. Awesome. So now this is on GitHub. If we go to, I don't need a pull request. Now let's try to run the app now. Let's go to, everything should be committed and I want to run it on a Pixel, the actual application, not the test. Let's go run it on Pixel. Let's see how it's going to work out for us. Closing some files down. And allow, say we do 500K, an hour of your time is worth $57.08. And this app is available on the iOS App Store as well as the Google Play Store if you want to find out how much
Lunch break. Lunch break.
how much an hour of your time is worth, right? Go here and then it'll tell you an hour, a minute, a second, so that you can properly allocate your time. If you want to see Anton Daniels break down what how much an hour of your time is worth, I have this right here where you can watch. But and then you just go through here. This is the new feature that is not available yet. The one that we just finished writing the test for, the focus timer, where we still probably have to do some manual testing on it. But basically you can set up it probably needs some more tests around it too. But basically you start, it says allow to run in the background, start again. And as it counts down, it is counting up how much per second that you are using. Let me see, pause. Let's see how the pause works. Start. We had fixed this the other day, but we probably have to do some more work on it. We probably need some more tests for it because a start here. So we'll make a note of that. I don't know where, but we'll make a note of that to, let's see, where can I make a note of this? Let's go to, I'll revisit that. But, and then you can do a custom timer as well. Let's say we do start. Let's go to, this, my goodness, is going crazy. This part is still in development. We'll have to do some more work on it because it's kind of wonky. What the hell is going on? It had a mind of its own. It had a mind of its own. Let's go to break. We are at break. Was that fun or what? Was that fun or what? We got our test working. We got a new screen set up. All of that good stuff. All right. Let me just see if there's anything in the chat before we go over into our next topic. Nobody says Rhymes. That is awesome. Here is my number one tip to you, Snow Bunny. I just went in and now with the help of AI, you can do anything. There are so many different things. I just have the idea. I'm like, okay, how can I do this? How can I do that? And now we go down a whole rabbit hole. On Sunday, we were working on building out the speech app, and it's taking me through all these different places. I'm like, okay, this is fun. This is new. About like transcription and Amazon and building out a whole new application, which was just like a thought based on some things that I was seeing. So a lot of people, they get stuck. They get stuck because they're trying to be perfect at first. And I'll give you a quick example, right? I do jujitsu, and I will see people come in new who get frustrated because they're trying to do something, they have no idea how to do it, and they want to win. They want to win so badly. And now when someone who's been doing it for 5 years, going like 5.5 years, going on 6 years, stops them and controls them, they get all mad and they go even harder, and then now it's even worse for them. And it's like, go to learn first, and as you continue to learn, you're going to do more, you're going to build more, you're going to learn, you're just going to, and from there you're going to learn more, do more, be better in everything that you do. So it's baby steps to get started. But then you're going to marathon, then you will marathon. All right, so keep it up, all right. We're saying he does not, I repeat, he does not do one-on-one meetings with direct reports. Let me pull up this article real quick because it didn't make any sense to me, because I've been doing one-on-ones with my bosses forever. And I was like, wait, what are you? Let's find out what they are talking about real quick. Let me get this thing off the screen. I always have to get this thing off the screen. All right. We are going to zoom over to here. And NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has a no one-on-one meeting rule for his 55 direct reports. That's what I'm saying. So this is the NVIDIA CEO, right? Is tech rock a type of music? It sounds like it. All right, so this article is written by Oriana Rose Royal. And let's hear it. So it says NVIDIA CEO and co-founder Jensen Huang avoids unnecessary meetings, prioritizing efficiency over routine. Speaking at Stanford University, Huang disclosed with any of them, the billionaire executive stated. Huang highlighted that frequent meetings would clutter his schedule and hinder the broader team's capacity to address challenges to them. So they never hear me say something to them. That's only for them to know, he said. There's not one piece of information. Their CEO almost trillion to flow as quickly as possible for people to be empowered by what they are able to do, not what they know, the 61-year-old tech entrepreneur added. But that doesn't mean he has no time for his team. Huang insisted that he still regularly catches up with the executive team. Would not appreciate as a diary, just for the record. Just please don't calendar as a diary. All right. Anyways, I write no reviews for any of them, he explained. I give them constant reviews and they provide the same to me. Huh, interesting. It says, but when an employee genuinely needs a moment of his time, Huang insists he'll drop everything for them. Oh, that's do I have an all sign button? No, I don't have an all sign button. All right, it says, leaders agree. Unnecessary meetings are useless. Huang isn't the first leader to argue that meetings aren't the best use of time. That's a fact. Equal attention, whether or not it needs it. That is a good point. I like learning from CEOs to see what there's 3 activities that actually draw disproportionate value and the run by, and I'm getting towards the end of my career. I'm much more clear on trying to insert myself where I make a high impact. Likewise, Zoom founder Eric Yuan thinks most meetings are such a drain on time that he's developing a digital twin that can create a software, or maybe he didn't create it, but he run, or no, the the Zoom founder created a software for meetings, and he's saying that he hates going to meetings. I get him though. I get him. E-commerce giant Shopify took it one step further and actually axed. He said, "You are out of there." He axed all meetings involving more than 2 people. Wait. He actually axed all meetings involving more than 2 people last year in a company-wide calendar purge meant to give employees more time to work on other tasks. So here's something I wonder about. See, I have to look into that one because if they're using an agile process, it is just normal that you have a meeting with like 5 people in there because they're planning for the next sprint. Daily stand-up meetings, daily scrum meetings, you know? So I don't know. That's interesting. Even Jeff Bezos, a big fan of messy meetings, mandates a strict protocol to ensure they're actually useful, complete with a 6-page memo instead of a PowerPoint because they're too vague, and half an hour set aside at the start of the meeting to silently read it together before having a really elevated discussion. That is interesting. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about that? Do you think that we waste too much time in meetings and that we don't need to do one-on-ones? We don't need to have meetings of more than 2 people. But if you cut out one-on-ones and then you cut out meetings of more than 2 people, then that means you get rid of essentially you get rid of all meetings at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't quite know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, let's get back to it. We're going to throw up one more 20-minute segment on the clock as we work towards more testing because we need to get more tests. We will revisit the Pomodoro timer and get more tests for it, more functionality, because it is not working whatsoever. But that is not the goal right now. We want to add more tests. We want to be able to test in parallel as we're developing the software. We'll see. We shall see. All right. But let me throw up our last 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
And we are going to go over to the screen and we are going to look at. All right, we're going to go to another branch. We're going to go to, and we are going to go to, where do we add the test? Main, all right, get checkout. Main branch. We have screenshots in there too. All right, I was looking for some screenshots today. All right, so we have tests, integration tests, navigation flow. Okay, so I am going to open up this over here. Let me hide this for now. Where's my, does that work? Oh, maybe that doesn't work. All right, there we go. Is this one? All right, cool. We're gonna go with this one then. All right, cool. Let me see something. We are going to say, we have some tests here. All right, so I'm gonna say, can you take a look at the tests that I have currently and help organize them into widget test or unit test and integration tests. Can you take a look? All right, can you take a look at the test that I currently have and help organize them into. All right, so let's go with that. Right, let's see what that has to say. So basically, we're trying because we kind of did it with the other one already. What is this? Hold on. How did we do this last time? Permission denied for this. So is it this one that we're using last time? All right, well, let's get this one working then. Gemini Pro. Gemini Pro. Permission denied. Do I have a, all right, let me see if I have a, there. What? I thought I could have sworn I had this one working in there. All right, so we have this, my Pro, and we are, let's, two, no. Your keto code, a knowledgeable technical assistant focused on answering questions and providing information. All right, that's cool. I don't know why I can't do a new task. New version out. History. Why are these not working on? I think I'll do it. All right, let me. I think I have to close this down because something's not working right. So, do you want to exit? Yes. And we. Whatever, just do it. Public. Got some time left. That's it. Dumb. That's good. Whatever. Never too late. All right, let's do that. Let me go to. All right, let me open back up Android Studio. And let's see if this works now. Okay, so we got that back. All right, so let's go to. All right, cool. I don't know what's going on with it. Because I don't have the Kilo one fully configured yet. So let's continue using this one. Let's do ask, and we're gonna go to send that off. We're on the right branch. Yep. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, that was weird. Let's go. All right, so all right. Let's see. Let's read this first before we go ahead and say it till it can do anything it wants. It says that categorizing test now. Currently organizing the user's test based on file names. unit test, storage service test, time cost formula test, income setup test. All right. To confirm this, now read the content, and it has my analysis of storage service. Okay. After reviewing the code, I can confirm that these are widget tests. I reviewed the last two files. All right, let's go ahead and run that command. And now, so it says, all right, the directives have been created. Now move. All right, let's go ahead and move the files. Okay. All right, now let's move the widget tests. The units are gonna have to be moved to the top level. I know that because we have to do that in the other one too. Let's do that. All right. Let's see. Comprehensive test summary. So successfully organized unit widget integration. I've also updated the comprehensive test summary to reflect the new file paths. All right. Storage tests are all passing. Time cost tests are existing because I wrote those a while ago. And then now partially working widget test, and then navigation flow integration test, 2 passing, 2 failing, and then these. All right. So now we are going to, for at least today and next week, we'll be working on getting these to work. That way we'll have good comprehensive tests that we can run every time we make a change. All right. So I'm going to go to the storage test first to make sure that they are working as expected. I'm going to run this one. That. Make sure everything is working, and then we'll move on to the next one. That did not pass. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Try to run it again. Let's hide this one. Let's try that again. All right, so everything is failing on me. Copy these, and we're gonna go back to Gemini. Let's go. Let's do our cool screen. I'm just what I'm calling it the cool screen. Are you? But in Gemini, we are going to say, this is working fine. I'm updating some more tests for the storage service unit tests. I am getting this error when for the storage service test.dart. And hopefully you can just tell me this is what the issue is, and let's go ahead and fix that. So on mobile, they care. Let's see. All right, you're on the right track, but you forgot to include the. Did I forget to include the error message? Oh, come on. Come on. This is the error message. All right, let's go to here. All right, the exact error as expected. Your diagnosis from our last minute was spot on. The binding has not yet been initialized. Confirms that your test is trying to use a native plugin shared purpose before the necessary Flutter environment is ready. The stack trace shows the exact chain of failures. your setup function calls here, okay? The fix, update the storage.dart. You need to add a setup all block to your test file to initialize the binding and mock the storage before any test or your setup functions are. All right, so now we are gonna go over here. Let's go to the let's do our special screen. Let's go here so we can say we are going to take the setup all like that and drop it in. Do we have the hive in here? None of these are. Hold on. We have our setup all. Do we not have the imports in there for like shared preferences and stuff? I guess we don't. All right, so we have to add those as well. We're gonna copy these, and we are going to time. Import adapters. What is that? Let me take this one off for now. Okay. Then we get those as well. Good malfunction. Target URI does not exist. All right, let's keep looking at the information here. End of block. In the directory. Okay, import dart.io. We got that. And then this one, we don't have this one yet. So see, let's think. Hive, Flutter, Hive. Be this one, I suppose. That. The URI does not. Let's copy this, and we're gonna say for this one, I am getting the error. It might be like a pub spec file that we need to import. Yeah, we might have to do like a pub import or pub upgrade or something like that. Do a dependency possibly. You're absolutely right. Is because the errors is because you have a unit test, a pure Dart environment, and we're trying to import. Oh, okay. You just need to import the core Hive package instead. Oh, that's what I had though. We had that, and they said I couldn't find it. Let's see. I'm getting this error now. I mean that we need to add this to our dependency. So let's go to here. We're gonna go like that. All right, there we go. And now everything, oh, not everything. So duration adapter. All right, what is controlling duration adapter? Where is that one? If we go to duration adapter, this one right here. No, but we have that imported. No, we don't. Thought we did. Duration adapter. So if we go here, I can't find it. Copy that then, and we're gonna say for okay, we're getting this error for this line. And that's why all of these aren't working as well, because it's trying to use that duration adapter, which the duration adapter should be a package that we have actually. Models.
Lunch
We
break.
don't have a duration
Lunch
adapter.
break.
Lib. We don't have a duration adapter. Why are you looking for a duration adapter? Huh. Interesting. All right, we'll pick up on this next week, I guess. Because refresh your packages. They don't exist. How would you expect that? Maybe it's trying to get it from something else. Either way, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. We are. What time is it? I will push the last topic because it's about 10 minutes. The last topic, so I will push that to Thursday, where we'll talk about college and PhDs and AI. We'll push that to Thursday because it's gonna be it's a pretty lengthy topic to talk about. So we'll push that, but we will wrap up the show tonight. We did a lot of amazing work, a lot of testing, a lot of investigation, a lot of learning about Flutter, about mobile development, and we will continue with that. My final message to you is that you can do anything that you want if you really want it. So many people, they make excuses, they have complaints, they have quote unquote reasons on why they cannot. And my message to you is very, very simple. My message to you is that you can. You can. All right? That's it. You can. You can do it. You can do it. All right? So let's get to work. Let's not slack off. Let's be productive. 2026 is right around the corner. So whatever you plan on doing in 2026, you should start today. You should start today. Quick reminder, tomorrow at noon Eastern time, I'm going to show you how I set up my OBS audio to be able to play all the sounds that you hear on the live stream, as well as separate them for when you take them to edit. You have them on so you can control different layers of audio so that you can have amazing sound quality and amazing, or maybe not sound quality because my sound quality type stuff, but you can at least have a great time editing because you'll have your different sounds on different layers. So you separate your mic. I have my mic separated from all the other layers. I will show you how I do it, and then based on my friend and me, Rod Brown, I will be making a video this weekend on how I set up my what do you call it? I set up my YouTube stuff to be able to play the videos so that, and I'll make the plugin downloadable with instructions on how to use it, all that good stuff, right? But that is it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow at noon Eastern time for software explorations, concept and overviews, going over the OBS video, and then we'll be back live Thursday night after T-ball practice, working on either well, we're going to be working on the lower third builder, but we're going to either be setting up open lovable, or we'll be working on anything again. All right, so that is about it. Let me check the chat one last time before we get up and out of here. Reminder, if you have not done so already, go sign up for Resume Flow, upload your resume and see what the AI thinks about your resume, how the ATS sees your resume, and you can sign up for the wait list for the Tech Barbarians coaching portal at thrive.techcoachralph.dev, so it can help you help yourself. So many different tools, from nutrition, from goal scheduling, from rewards and gratitudes, from daily goals, from weekly navigators, and I am cleaning it up, making it better. So sign up. I think I scheduled it for Friday. The vibe code and chill session from this past weekend is going to be available, so that you can see all the things that we're working on, and everything, right? And lastly, you can sign up for the Patreon at techcoachralph.dev, and you can join us for our Scrum nights and for our what do you call it, our vibe code and chill sessions, where you can talk to me, ask me questions, give me ideas, I give you ideas, all of that good stuff. We have, like, it's a great community. So shout out to all of you guys. All right, but that is it for tonight, you guys. Oh, I didn't read the chat yet. Let me read the chat. All right, so we have, hold on. I almost missed the chat. Let me go back. All right, so let me see. Snow Bunny says, I had to break out a new notebook just for your content. I love it. I love hearing that, and and if you ever have any questions, just ask, because we live here to share information, to teach, to strategize, to encourage. That is what the purpose of this channel is, so that it would be nice if this YouTube channel was to blow up and make a lot of money, but I also use this YouTube channel to keep myself accountable on the work that I'm supposed to be doing, and to build apps in public so that we can get the bag from any way that it comes. Coaching portal, love the content creation assistant. I have to share that link. That'll be coming soon, right? So many different things that we're working on every single day. That is how we grow. That is how we win. Robert says, enjoyed your video, keep grinding. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody says, working on a second one tonight after these gems drop in here. And we got my guy Magnetar in the building. Hit me with the Sith, Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
And me and Magnetar are working on something really cool to present to all of you guys. So we will let you know when that's coming. And we got Deacon Rod Brown in the building. Robert, I didn't see you schedule. All right, hold on. Let me keep my guy Rod Brown accountable real quick. If he made me, he had me up till 3 o'clock in the morning working last night. I gotta see if he scheduled his live stream for tomorrow. Let me see. Let me go to @Rod Brown. Okay, there we go. There we. All right, had to make sure my guy Rod Brown had his live stream scheduled for tomorrow. We'll be in the building. All right, just had to make sure. Shout out to my guy Rod, to Deacon Rod Brown. All right, had to make sure it was there. Let me see. Anything else that surprising to hear? Not surprising to hear. Spur of the moment. And Rod Brown, Philip, you got me this time. You got me good this time. All right, but next time, we'll see. I gotta keep you on your P's and Q's. But with that being said, you guys have a wonderful night. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
No more waiting for hands to pull me up. I fill my own glass, I drink my own cup. Failures fuel the fire that sets me free. Every spark, every flame burns brighter in me.
I called the shots, but they ran away. Promises made, but none would stay. So I turned to me.
Turn gray, hope shattered like glass. Now it's my voice, my game, my play. I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me. Tired of waiting for a no-show crew, so I built the dream with my.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all.
The lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all. Now I'm the key. The world's in my hand. Mind me here.
I'm betting on me, I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed. I replace them all, now I'm the key. The world's in my hands, I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me. I'm taking the lead. No one else can match my speed.
Oh, 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 oh.